Hello everyone, and welcome back to the RedSeaPodcast. Welcome back to another back-to-back show, which I'm very happy to be here for. Two of the three straight, as you all wished for, and welcome to what's going to be more of a quick one and more of a weird one. Of course, covering the game that we saw earlier on today, covering the loss against BC Dubai, with the score being 108 to 98 after overtime. And yeah, let's just slowly but surely get straight into it. It was a weird night. In general, it looked like an off night from the beginning. Of course, heading in the game, we knew that BC Dubai is in general a different team when they play at home, given that they are, of course, 37 kilometers away from everybody. And I'm pretty sure they're still holding on to one loss at home. I don't think they've taken more than one. And it looked like an off night from the beginning. I don't know if we underestimated the game heading into it, but it did look like an off night from the beginning. Of course, we took the lead. Let me actually check for how long we were in the lead for. Of course, our biggest lead was 3. Yeah, we were in the lead just for over 3 minutes. Honestly, it doesn't change much. It's not, in general, I'm not going to focus on the loss itself. I'm more going to focus on how the loss came to be. And I'm going to get to that. Of course, that overtime collapse was rotten, and yeah, it was something, but we'll get into that in a bit. We'll analyze that. I wanna take it step by step, and honestly try and figure out what was so wrong today, because of course we started off the first half in general down, very down. First quarter we finished up 26 to 17, 9 down, having been down for double digits from the start as well. And in general, looking off our game, not being able to stop Dubai, being way more open than usual defensively, not being able to finish up chances. Sasha had a very off day, which kind of derailed the starting five. In general, it was Dubai were on a very good day, and we were on a poor one. Of course, there is positives to keep, but we'll get into everything. And then we kind of reeled it in, having finished the second quarter 26 to 23, as that entails us being down 12, 52 to 40. And then we woke up. We woke up for a quarter, finishing up 22 to 30 on the quarter score, and pulling the difference back to just a -4. And then just chaos ensued. Game was very back and forth. Dubai took a lead, then we took it back. Alec Peters had a wonderful fourth quarter. In general, Alec is one of the big positives that I'm keeping from today. Evan Fournier showed up when no one else would, and in a way no one else did. And in general, up until the final seconds, it looked like we may win this. It really did. And then stuff played out, and we're down 1. We're down 92 to 93. I'm pretty sure we were down 92 to 93. Let me actually No, we were down. Yeah, we were down 93-92. I'm spot on that. And then, for some reason, with 18 seconds left, Tyler Dorsey pulls up for a Rust 3, completely whiffs it. Then the ball comes back through a rebound, pass out to Fournier. He misses as well, another 3. I promise you that that Coach B didn't ask for a 3. I am more than certain that Coach Barzokas did not ask for us to go for a Rust 3. But that aside. And then as Evan misses, we foul. I'm pretty sure, Kabengele, who I hate even more than I did before after today, he went up the other end, scored 2 free throws, with the game being 95-92. And at the complete death of the game, with minimal seconds left, Evan Fournier steps up, scores a contested 3, and sends the game to overtime. And then overtime itself happens. Sadly, we couldn't take advantage of the wonderful second half in general. We couldn't take advantage of how we came back, of our own reaction, and we got outplayed on the fourth. Not on the fourth, we got outplayed in overtime, as the overtime score was, of course, 13-3, and the game ended with a -10. And a deep breath was needed, and of course, even after the game ended, chaos ensued in general, but we'll get to that. There's one thing I want to start off with, and it's this. We've said it many times, and we'll say it many more. The team of Olympiacos under coach Barzokas will never play their basketball if the defensive end doesn't work out. Defense is a pillar of Olympiacos, we see, under coach Barzokas. Defense has been a pillar of Olympiacos for the past few years. Defense did not work out today. Hence us conceding 108. It was poor. It was poor defensively. People didn't show up like they usually do. It was either open threes or drives inside that both worked. A lot of fouls, especially in the third. Fouls were given very, very quickly. And on a more general note, given that the defense did not work out today, it spilled over to the offensive end of the game, where turnovers felt like they were non-stop. Turnovers felt like they were non-stop. In the end, of course, we had 13 to Dubai's 12, not like Dubai was much better, but turnovers felt like they were non-stop, which again spilled over to a bad transition, a bad defense, and a continuous lead of BC Dubai. It's a bad one in hindsight. because it's not how they lost game, it's that the streak ended in a way it shouldn't have. Because a lot of people are owed a bad night. I'm not disagreeing with that. But the team woke up a bit too late. And even then, it felt like we didn't take advantage of chances to close the game out. And in the end, of course, the reaction was a big positive to be able to come back from another double-digit Dubai lead and send the game into overtime. So I'm not that mad. But overtime itself, of course, could have been treated very differently. But to play devil's advocate to myself, I'm not gonna go completely apeshit over a regular season loss against DC Dubai. It would come. Eventually, it would come. And I'm gonna go on my rant again. And you all can quote me on this. You all can do whatever. I really don't care. Maybe I'm even gonna post a clip of this. It's insane to me how two categories of Olympiacos fans, quote unquote, show up after every loss. It's two of them. It's ones I almost put down the other finger, which would have probably gotten me banned. It's the one category that you can never find when Olympiacos is winning. Like, for example, I saw some people tweeting today that haven't even been seen talking about basketball on our win streak, and then they just show up and say, he's not good enough, this, that, Borjokas, this and that. Like the complete distraction, overreactionary mindset. And then there's number two. And arguably, for me, because at least the others are clearly fake fans, right? Arguably, for me, this one's worse. It's something that even Sasa has talked about before, and it's something that still personally kind of annoys me. It's the switch-ups. And I've talked about the switch-ups before. You go on the win streak that you did, and suddenly, we're playing incredible basketball, which we were. This Sasa is MVP, Milutinov is the best, and Tyler is transformed and stuff like that, which are all true, but coming from them, it was clearly nothing of their belief. Because you go, for example, again, I'm going to use Twitter because it's a wider example, even though Instagram, socials in general, it's social media fans. That's what I like. That's what I like to call them at the very least, without wanting to sound like Fiaco, because I'm not calling social media fans fake fans, but these fans are only on social media. You go on comments, you go anywhere and everywhere, and you're seeing the same people, and people have bookmarks and screenshots are being posted. That said, for example, Vezenkov had an off night. Vezenkov probably had the most inactive night of the season. But, of course, as I said, Vezenkov has been running wild for the past few games, for the past few weeks. And then he just has a slight dip, and suddenly he's overpaid, he's overrated, he's useless, he's soft, etc., etc. Come on, come on, people, come on. Up until last game, everyone said that Everything is perfect. And now starts horrible again. Like, okay, the loss came in a bad way. It was an off night. It's a loss in the regular. It's the 25th game. We're 16-9 and we're second with a game less, of which, of course, Fenerbahce are first above us. If we beat Fenerbahce, we go top if we continue winning, which we probably will. And suddenly everything's horrible and we are a playing team at best. Like, come on. Are we serious? Like, it's an overreactionary mindset, I get that. And again, I've been at fault for that. I probably was at fault for that today, but I don't go out and make wild statements. I keep my thoughts to myself and criticize. Like, I think it's the best way to do stuff. Like, putting out proper criticism after a night like this, it's the best way to do stuff. Because we lost our own game. We came back, we showed the Olympiacos fight, the Olympiacos spirit, and we collapsed on overtime. That's not a lie. But that's also not the end of the world. Come on, people. Please. Please stay behind this team. That doesn't change. And suddenly we're going to win on Friday again and everyone's going to be like, oh, this team's amazing. I can't put up with the switching up sometimes. It drives me a bit nuts when fans just completely go from this to that. And it's not even just Sasha. You're seeing people, let me present an opposite example. You're seeing people call Fournier worst for half the season up to now. And suddenly today he's the best player on the team. Like, I realize that people that may listen to this on audio didn't see my face drop, but my face dropped. Like, come on. Like, can we stick to consistently supporting everyone on this goddamn team? And again, separation, criticize, but make it productive, make it fair. Don't just destroy everything and then say it's the best team playing, and then on an off night again destroy everything. That doesn't make sense. That's insane. That's maddening. It drives me mad. But yeah, after that insane rant, let's go back into the positives. And let's go to the third quarter awakening per se. Because of course going into the half, it really looked like an off game. It really did seem like there wasn't much hope. It really did seem like we'd have not necessarily a rough night, because I didn't really believe that we'd have a rough night. Like, even when the half ended, I said, like, be patient. I kept telling people, be patient. The game still can turn. It's Dubai, for Lord's sake. And then we go into the third. And of course, we start with Tidor's free throws, the three. Then we stay consistent, picking up, cutting the lead to single digits, keeping up, and then going on that insane 8-0 streak of points to cut the lead to 4. And then the lead just stayed there. It stayed at 4 points. And suddenly it was game on like that, and everyone switched up again, but I won't go to that run. This was Olympiacos basketball, right? This is what we needed to see from the beginning. And then we kept that up through the entirety of the fourth, despite like the first 2 minutes of the quarter. And then we go to the last few seconds. As I said, timeouts called for us being down 1. And then a horrific thing happens. I don't know where the miscommunication was. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was just prime instinct by Dorsey to just pull up for the shot. But I'm gonna kind of drop it to the category of stuff happens given how it went. But certainly it's a mistake, and certainly it's something that needs to be learned. I'm not gonna hate on Tyler. I don't necessarily want to go after the team for going for a 3. I am more mad about how rushed the shot was. I'm honestly more mad about the way we approached the last few seconds rather than the final decision. Because you have 18 seconds in front of you, and you take the shot when the clock still says 12, and we're not even down 2, we're down 1. Like, okay, try and maybe go for a 3. Like, okay, this is all in hindsight, I'm speaking from my half. But try and maybe go for a 3. But find spaces there, play through the PNR that the team can absolutely kill through, and try and find spaces. A worst case scenario, go up 1. We defended perfectly in the last few seconds. In the last few milliseconds. Worst case scenario, look to go up 1. You have a team made of absolute big moment players. You have T. Dorsey, you have Evan, you have Tyreek, you have whoever. You have Alec that had that insane run of 4 points. Of 4 or 5 points, I don't even know. And you go for a shot with 12 seconds remaining. Again, in hindsight, it didn't hurt us, but maybe, just maybe, the game would be over in regular time if we did that better. But again, that's not how it went, and we can't get stuck on that. At least I don't believe. And then this happens. Good. We open up overtime with a very good 3 by Thomas Walker. And we didn't score again. We open up with a 3 by Thomas Walker. And then Dubai goes 13-0. We couldn't grab a rebound to save our life. And Dubai just didn't miss. Exhaustion. Definitely exhaustion played a big part in what happened in overtime. Because the team was dead. Perhaps Barzokas could have treated it a bit different. And of course, exhaustion on our end didn't really coincide with the exhaustion on Dubai's end, because of course, BC Dubai is a very athletic team, and they still felt like they had 3 runs, which is why they went 13-0 in overtime. It's just the same, because again, it's not Barzokas' fault that the team just capitulated. That's not the coach's fault. But perhaps Subs could have been made a bit differently. Stuff could have been approached differently. Again, that's all talk. No, that's all talk. And again, nothing worth going after a team for, in my opinion. Just learning curves, honestly, learning curves. But to talk about some positives, to talk about at least something that I believe is something that could really be carried proudly out of tonight's performance, and that's this. Evan Fournier. There is no game where Evan won't give you something. Like if the shots don't go in, he'll have incredible ball distribution. If the passes don't go through, he'll be amazing on defense. Tonight he was all three. Tonight he was simply all three. In 23 minutes, he put up 16 points. He grabbed 2 rebounds, had 5 assists, had a steal to his name. And the highlight is that dagger of a 3 to send the game into overtime. And in general, in the fourth, along with Alec Peters, who we'll get into in a second, he gave the team the energy needed. He gave the team the motivation needed. And again, it's a big moment player. We said that last time as well. Evan is a leader. And people don't appreciate that enough. And hopefully, if there's anything we can carry out of tonight's loss, is moving forward to bouncing back is with Evan's shooting form, being back to the best it is. Because those threes he made today, because it wasn't only the dagger at the end, he shot a 3 from like 8 meters outside, contested. It was just Evan's ability to just drain those. And hopefully he found some more of his confidence after tonight, despite how the loss game. And hopefully he can carry that. And speaking of confidence, Alec Peters, after a run of games that didn't seem like Alec Peters, he, in 14 minutes, he put up 8, 3, and he had a steal to his name. And especially in that fourth quarter, he had a streak of just moments. He had a streak of moments. Grabbing those rebounds at the death, having that steal that he had, having those very, very crucial points, those very crucial 5 points, of course, putting it from 89-85 to 89-90, giving us the lead. And in general, it's something that Alec can carry as momentum. And hopefully, when Sasha has nights like he had today, we can have Alec come in and destroy. Now, moving forward, we need to be calm, we need to be patient, and we need to be supportive, because we won't calm down, because on the 6th of the month, on Friday at 9:15, Olympiacos play Bologna at home. Safe needs to be as it has been the last few games, and we need to not only gain momentum, we need to demolish the Italians. We need to kill the Italian side, and we need to show who we are again. Because then, just 6 days later, we play Zvezda. Zvezda is a scary team. I don't remember what they did today. Let me actually check how the games went today. Because I'm pretty sure that Pana lost. Yes. Zvezda destroyed Hapoel. And I told you all by the way. I kept insisting that Hapoel would just fall off the face of the earth after a point. And it looks like it's begun. It really looks like they are starting to fall off the face of the earth. Pana won. Never mind. I left that game at Panathinaikos being down 10, but Panathinaikos beat Real Madrid by 1. Of course, other games, Anadolu Efes completely demolished Valencia, Zalgiris completely demolished Monaco, Maccabi beat Partizan by 2, Fenerbahce, of course, standing first, as we saw, beat Barcelona, Bayern beat Paris, Armani beat Baskonia. And then we have Bologna, who are our next opponents, playing Villarreal. Not a long amount of rounds left, really. Not a lot of games left until the picture of the top 8, the top 10 is really through. And I don't know what to think. We need to keep it up. We need to keep showing ourselves. And we need to be behind the team. We need to be behind the team. It's still very unpredictable in general, but we need to stick behind them no matter what. That's about it from me today. A solid 32-33 as expected. Not a lot to talk about. As always, thank you for your support. It's insane. It's I'm mind blown every time. Like, for example, a lot of the numbers that I'm seeing, even with the ban on Instagram that I'm still working on backstage, by the way. Like, the support on the new stuff has been immense. It's all been crazy. Now, see you all tomorrow, actually, for the Asteras game. And then I'll see you all on Friday for basketball log again. As long as nothing happens, we'll probably, maybe we'll have a show on. I'll either have a show or post something in regards to moves and how stuff changes in the European list, either on Wednesday, either on Thursday or the weekend. We'll see. But the main shows are tomorrow and Friday for now. And of course the weekend with the derby against Pana. So as always, thank you all. And I'll see you all very, very soon.